we. And that's why we're here to talk with you. Is there anything you want to know?
Damn. I should probably ask about Fontaine.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine,
Yes.
the nation of justice? As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system. Does their Archon personally judge people? No,
Makes
there's
sense.
a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor,
Makes
won't
sense.
preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial.
Just
It
checking
seems
something,
that
don't
she
worry.
just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a
Very unique personality. Yay! As well check about fun. I have no idea how far I am in the story.
He's still in a coma. I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In
That's
addition,
nice.
there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he is still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate. You mean, what happened after the doctor put you to sleep? You guessed correctly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor. I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor. I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it was just a bluff, he still fell for it. I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
Damn.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently. But this is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them.
That's fair,
I don't think
actually.
this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, I'm preparing to regain control of the academia.
I think you just described how phones work.
The former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6 great sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Build it. I like Nahida.
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet? Huh? You mean... About your sister. While you were resting at Gandharvaville,
Of
I took
course.
some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
There shouldn't be any information.
Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Tevat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you. However, there must be something different about your sister. Because as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
What?
There is only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
Fascinating. I'm not reading all that. I'm sorry. I can read all of it, but
Nothing
nah.
about this makes any sense. Wasn't this your first trip to Tevat?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Conria.
I'll record this and post it on my YouTube. Don't even worry about it. You can read it all there later if you want to.
Disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Tevat. But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that
Just no idea
somebody,
where she is.
for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
But even that wouldn't explain how she somehow comes from this world.
I blame Conria.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
What's a descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Paimon asking the important questions.
I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world. Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
Which implies that there's 3 more, which is just a whole shit ton of lore.
So the Fatui count 3 other descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
So who the fuck are the other 3, though?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles. As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
You don't even know who the other 2 are. Yay.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
And yet, even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom.
Paimon commenting that she feels like her head's going to explode. Paimon, your head is empty most of the time. The only thought that you have on your head is food, so your head's going to explode regardless.
There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them. And soon, you'll also begin your journey anew and depart from Sumeru. I'm very interested in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
I feel like there's more to the story. Toast to victory. Yay, straight down to that. And my wonderful C1 Diluc. which was my recent 5-star pull. Good news, I ain't losing my next 50-50 because I got D-Luke instead of anything else. Bad news, I'm trying to pull for Ito. And I have nothing. Whatever, random pull. Let's go. I don't ever plan on saving up. Because even if I don't win a 50-50, I still get extra gear. I mean, if I ever get any extra characters, I just have a whole ton of items to give them anyways that are probably refinement rank 5 by the time I get them, so it's not a loss. That's a win. It's a win. I feel pain every time I see this.
I still have a lot to do at the guild. How about you take...
Xingqiu, the one character that haunts my nightmares for some reason. Probably because he's the one character that I said I would use if I got him at C6. Which was the most ironic thing ever, because he was already at C5. Alright, what's the story quest? How are these areas not covered yet? Whatever. I find it funny how I try and have high exploration, but after Mondstadt and Leeway, I just kind of gave up. Oh god, the area has expanded. It's expanded. It's getting worse. I may never get exploration 100, even though I'm not planning on getting it. Mondstadt. I always like looking back at Mondstadt because that actually makes me happy. Everyone says the Sumeru Desert is annoying to get through. Personally, it's just a long walk. A really goddamn long walk. Which I did, because I'm just better. You're up there. I'm an idiot. Which implies that I have to get around here, so... Yay. Let me get my random exploration setup that I just have lying around, but not leveled up. Go from net. My only kinda usable DPS that's honestly the lowest level for some reason. I like what they did with the desert though. Very nice.
Wait,
I feel like I should go up there.
over here.
Ah. And don't even ask, Firmament does not have anything to do with exploration. I just have him as kind of... He's actually useful. I'm not gonna lie. I'm starting to see why people dislike exploring Sumeru now. Is Zoom.
Just following orders.
Can't catch me. Surprise!
Damn, never mind. Get out of my way. And now you have the reason why I use Fremonet. Fremonet's just useful. Considering I've barely kitted Fremonet, he actually does really good damage.
Make my escape.
Very nice. And I was just gonna try and go around this side. Take a, I guess, longish way.
And away I go!
I don't know what those are used for, but... I am water. I am water now. I don't know why it just didn't stop. I really like looking at the scenery. And I mean, if I didn't decide to take the long way, I wouldn't be able to look at this up close. Because I have not looked at this.
I'm out of here!
I want to look at it from up there. Yeah, I love pressing the incorrect inputs.
Scry the sky.
A waypoint. That's all the way down there. Do I take it? You know, no. Nah. Nah. As much as it would stroke my exploration ego, I'm not doing that. Ooh, that's getting a little bit close to the wall. I will never not laugh at the just effect this causes on the ground. There's my first look at Fontaine. Even though I could easily go there from here, it's too dangerous. Sorry, Paimon says so. I can't rush there now. Ah. No, don't. No, get off my screen. No, I can't cheat my way. No. There's an entire. They put in a whole ass. There's a whole ass mountain here. And I'm trying to cheese it by just like crawling on the side of the mountain. Let me do it. Let me crawl on the side of the mountain. If I can make it enough farther. I couldn't make it that much farther. I don't know, I get the only benefit is seeing this from a different angle. Nah, fuck you. Wherever you are, fuck you. I don't want you in my world. I'm trying to explore.
Step on up.
Maybe the cave system is the way.
One need not scry to know today's weather will be good.
That was a lie. Wait, did I find... What did I do? Because I found a waypoint.
Can't catch me.
Got a waypoint. That's nice. What the map doing? Wait. Eh? Only if the landscape wasn't so curvy.
Over here.
I had a very fun time getting to Sumeru. Not because I had to go through the chasm. It's because I went over the chasm. Then I explored the chasm.
Surprise!
I will be in much pain if I have to fight in anything in here. And also if this brings me to Fountain, like I think it's going to. I don't know, I'm just getting the exploration rewards, I guess. I am lost. I am in a cave and I am lost.
Surprise!
That's all I know. Where I will come out, I do not know.
Yeah.
I don't like you. Get away from me. I feel like I did all of that for nothing. Wait. Wait! I didn't do it for nothing. I got the fontaine. For a second I thought I had to take the secondary route. I got to see Fontaine. Oh yeah, take a photo. It'll last longer. Or I can just teleport here. It was painful. Painfully long. What do you think the likelihood of surviving if I fell? 0%? Wonderful. Good thing I'm not landing on land. I'm gonna land on the boat. I should totally Kaya my way across. Let's move back to the old-fashioned way of travel. Let's pull out my level 60 Kaya, because I spent the time...
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
Kaya's gonna die from a sneeze. Let's go.
Freeze!
And I don't have any way to heal him, so we... There's a boat waypoint right there. I am very smart. I totally didn't plan to bridge all the way there. What are you talking about? I totally didn't plan to spend the next 5 minutes of my life bridging across the water. What are you talking about? Though I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of boat exploration. And underwater exploration. Am I supposed to be going through here? Let me in. Stairs. Wait, they have elevators here? Ah. So that's how metal elevators work. Very fancy. Let me get my short hydro boy for me. Why did I expect this to be shorter? Yeah, this feels like an elevator.
Body and mind.
This looks like it's gonna be painful for me. Nothing happened. Don't even worry about it. I totally cannot breathe underwater. Then I'll fish you again. What? I'm not threatening Paimon.
Time to act.
Even though I enjoy myself. I would like to travel across the water. Oh wow, that moved faster than expected.
Welcome to the Clementine Line Aquabus. This boat tour will take you to the magnificent court of
Oh no, I
Fontaine,
heard about the
the most
yapping
important
session.
city in our nation. I'm Aval, and I'll be your tour guide for this trip. Even though I'm not as reliable as Elfan from the Navia line, I'll still do my very best. And if you're dissatisfied with anything, feel free to let me know right away. Oh, wait a sec. It's, please contact a staff member with your feedback after reaching the station, and we will address your concerns as soon as possible. Back on topic. The destination of this trip will be the Court of Fontaine. If you'd like to learn more about the latest technological developments in Fontaine, the hottest new trends in cuisine, or upcoming sensational trials, please subscribe to the Steambird.
I feel tempted to jump off this bridge to go to another area of the map so I can discover more of the map. Even though the scenery... That does not make me happy. Let's look at...
The Steambird runs lots of fantastic serialized novels.
You know what? Let's just look at this side of...
thriller Great Detective Herlock, which recently reached its dramatic conclusion.
Really?
Right at the very end, Herlock faces off against the real mastermind, revealed to be the assistant, Miss Jacoba, in a duel at the old site of Lilia Cruces Ordo. I couldn't stop my feelers from shaking. Oh no, did I spoil it for you? Oops. Anyway, coming up ahead on your left-hand side is Mercy Village, the hometown of all Melazines, myself included. It's deep below the ground, just over there.
How the fuck am I supposed to see it if it's underground? Oh, it's right there. I got a little angry there for a second.
We will now pass through Poisson Tunnel.
Why is there cages down there?
Very few people tend to take this line.
That ain't a... Couldn't guess
Maybe
why.
it's because humans don't really like deserts. After all,
That's
the
actually
most
true.
popular route in and out of Fontaine is through Liyue's Tenue Vale.
Which is
I've
that
heard
other
in places
area.
With lots of sand, even Clockwork Mecca will start to malfunction. I mean, no rational person would try to cross a vast, hot, and dry desert to get to Fontaine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to imply that you were irrational.
So much desert! What kind of hellscape is this? Traveling like, actually not even halfway, just all the way across a desert. It's like you'll see this area underground. It's like, really, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. What are you talking about? It's wonderful. Most beautiful sight I've ever saw.
Ahem. Looking ahead on your right-hand side.
Why'd you
is the
grab my
air
neck so
beams,
hard?
Where the Opera Epiclese is located. Do you see that really tall structure? I once asked Elfin, what's that big old thing? She said, no clue. What's the use of learning the meaning of things? But anyway, Elfin is a super amazing and super friendly to take the Navia line and listen to her tour. Behind me is the destination of our tour, the magnificent Court of Fontaine. Please take all of your personal belongings with you when you disembark.
Alright, Paimon, get in my pocket. Man, I was just standing here looking ahead, then you grabbed my head and forced me to look at that. Yeah, it's a beautiful nation and all, but what the hell? I didn't want to get harassed. First day here. So much painful exploring.
Oh no, I almost forgot. Ahem. While aboard the Aquabus, please keep your head, hands, and other body parts, as well as your canes, swords, cameras, and other personal items inside the boat at all times.
I think that was
The
supposed to...
Aquabus operator bears no responsibility
Never
whatsoever
mind.
for any injury or loss incurred as a result of disobeying the rules. Maybe it's a bit late for the disclaimer.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm happy you've had an incident-free journey today, and it was my pleasure to serve as your tour guide for this trip. Thank you!
I don't care what any of you say. That may have been long, but that was a nice ear yapping that I just got. I don't know. I'm split between either going to explore Fontaine. Oh, there's one right here. That's kinda convenient. Don't know what people were so angry about.
Please watch your step.
No, I don't think I will. Get away from me. Yo, I get to go under. I get to go farther underground. Let's go. Well, at least this passes the time. Ah. Ugh. Water fair, isn't this? Where is this? That doesn't explain anything, actually. Like, I feel like this... Is this the city of Fontaine? Like, where am I? I need it. I need to go up. No. Ah. I'm not lost. You know what? Straight to the 4th floor. May as well just gun it straight there. Prepare for the longest non-existent talk ever. Wait, is it? This feels like it's going faster than I. Navia line. As much as I would love to go to the 3rd floor, it is more painful to have an empty map for me. Open up the map, please. Oh my god. I'm never gonna stop playing because I need to explore. What kind of hellscape is this? Ah! I'm torturing myself. Oh, I could just... Yay! I don't know what I expected there. Oh. Hmm. I may or may not have went here preemptively, but at least I get to hear another story when I come back here officially for the story. Let's go. This causes me pain. This is painful for me. Oh, yeah, isn't this more of leeway? Yeah, that's classified as leeway. That's more leeway. Then I assume this is Fontaine, so cutoff is roughly here. Same with the cutoff being roughly actually here between leeway and Mondstadt. Yes, I've gotten so tired of this game. I've figured out the geopolitical areas of each nation. That I started finding out what the fuck. Port Ormos. Why? And if you can't tell whether this is whether that what that was good, because that was internal suffering. Very much suffering. Because all the exploration I have to do in Sumeru and then Fontaine, as well as Inazuma. I think I may or may not be feeling too well if I check Inazuma. Oh no, actually, a decent chunk of Inazuma is explored. At least I have most of the waypoints in Inazuma. This brings me some comfort that I don't really have to work on Inazuma because I have most of Inazuma explored. This brings me some peace. Okay, Inazuma's mostly explored. It's just all of this fun. And then this fun. Did I really go out of my way? Yeah, I went out of my way to get a lot of the waypoints inside the desert because I knew I knew I would be in pain by exploring. Give myself a pat on the back from the past because I knew I'd be suffering through this. It's a random human. I actually don't know who you are. Oh, is this something about Fontaine?
Huh? Wait, you're that blonde traveler who's on a journey to all corners of Teyvat, right?
I thought I was called Traveler. Don't I have like 18 different fucking titles by now? You'd think it'd be more common for me to be referred to as anything in a singular nation other than just the Traveler. I'm just called the Traveler.
Who's asking? Do you need something from us?
You bet I do. I was worried I wouldn't be able to find you. I have a letter for you, you see. It's from another Outlander. He was
Another
a crafty
Outlander?
fellow, let me tell you. Took advantage of a loophole in our mailing system by opting for guaranteed delivery, then filling in the most obscure mailing address I've ever seen.
Well, we are always on the road, so yeah, it's pretty tough to get mail to us unless we happen to go to the post office on a whim. So, what address did that person give you anyway?
He just wrote, next to a small, white-haired talking fairy.
I mean, it's accurate.
So the address is Paimon?
Yeah, exactly, right? And if I failed to deliver the letter, I'd have been bound by regulation to compensate him.
It's painful to know that Traveler does not have any form of permanent address.
Really, he got me good. I count myself very lucky that I ran into you here. Of course, here it is. All yours.
You're welcome for me existing. Well, how are you? So, traveling to Sumeru, Port Ormos, official business, stopping like the front tavern after 2 nights. Slave reaches you. Old times encounter. It's Kaya.
Kaya, huh? So he's here in Sumeru. Now that Paimon thinks about it, Crafty does describe him pretty well. From what he wrote in the letter, it looks like he didn't think there was much chance of it reaching us.
Well, understandably, he would have.
He's just being sneaky. Do you think he's making this sound like a miracle of fate so that we'd have to go meet up with him?
Both, Paimon. He probably knew that it was a low chance of encountering us, but he also probably knew that it would probably end up encountering us at some point. He's probably smart enough to know that. I'm gonna be brutally honest with you, Paimon. It's indeed something.
Yeah, you're right. It's always nice to see old friends.
Oh yeah, isn't one thing that fucking yeah, I get to read whatever this is.
The letter says that he hangs out at Jafar Tavern every afternoon. Perhaps we should drop in on him then, huh?
Panel chat, panel, hands, huge panel, custom. I don't know who you are who commented, but okay. I'm just not gonna react to you for the rest of the stream. I'm just here streaming for fun, man. 16 and 18. Yay. That'd be right about here. I wasn't even looking. Why? I should have just looked. I find it funny how it's like nearly evening. It's afternoon.
Kaya should be at Jafar Tavern right now. Let's go see him.
I feel like Kaya is getting alcohol a lot. I'm walking up behind him instead of in front of him, even though the camera would pan up in front of him.
I'll have something I haven't tried yet, boss.
Sorry, sir. I'm afraid you've already tried every type of liquor we serve.
Oh? Well then, just the bill, please. It's just as well, I suppose. I do have other matters to attend to.
Kaya, how much alcohol do you drink? How much alcohol do you drink? Motherfucker, how are you still conscious is better. No, actually, you could. I'm thinking he has like an entire goddamn cup per drink, but he probably has like a few samples, like a shot instead of an entire cup. But I'm here thinking he has like an entire goddamn cup, chugs it, and then grabs the next fucking.
Hey, Paimon, traveler. Looks like the gods smile upon me after all. And come now, I wouldn't joke about wanting to see my good friends.
I am smart, Kaya.
You must be here on official business, right? What do you think you're doing spending every afternoon drinking at the tavern? You itching for a lecture from Jean?
That's actually...
Not at all. The acting Grand Master positively terrifies me. Why would I ever do anything that might displease her?
That's... a very questionable sentence, Kaya.
The truth is, I'm in Sumeru to learn about the alcohol industry here. So despite how it might look, I'm actually at Jafar Tavern for strictly business purposes. Sumeru spices are famous the world over, and it's long been rumored that this fine establishment was where a certain very popular spiced cocktail was invented. That's why the Knights sent me, their foremost expert in alcoholic beverages, to come and see if it is as good as the rumors say.
Did they though? Did they send you? That's the better question. Did they actually send him? You know, they may, I will say may, it's possible. But still, the only reason I think Kai would ever be sent is if he was gonna bring one bottle back.
How did that go?
So far, so good. I'm already in talks with some spice merchants in Port Ormos about some potential collaboration.
Yeah, that does sound like a great business opportunity. Guess Don Winery and Master D-Luke are gonna make a tidy sum from this one too, huh?
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Whether this lucrative opportunity gets passed along to Don Winery or not depends on how nice I'm feeling.
Hey! Using your job to settle personal grievances isn't very knightly, Captain!
Oh?
I'm getting
What
too much
makes you say
enjoyment
that?
from this.
Very sharp of you. I wouldn't say I'm familiar, though. I just came here on the sly once, when I was very young.
And? Do continue.
Kaya, if you start ranting about your past before I end the stream, I'm just gonna end the stream now.